So, let's, you're telling me about the musicians and stuff.
Yeah, so the musicians that we have coming in, a lot of them do play on Broadway. So the crazy thing about Broadway is the fact that you can go down there at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, and you're going to hear live music playing somewhere, and they're probably going to be pretty good. So it's great to pull the local talent out of there as well to be able to do these home gigs because it becomes a lot more intimate for them as well. So instead of just going to the hordes of drunks that are just screaming out Freebird or whatever shitty Taylor Swift song they can think of, yeah, I can't stand her, but
I can cut that out. It's all good.
You don't have to cut that out. Put that as the teaser. Put that as the teaser.
Taylor's actually really sweet.
You've met her? Don't care. I think everything about her's fake. I feel like everything about her's fake. So, anyways,
But I like everything.
I feel like that. I feel like you're like that for sure.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you have a hard time seeing the bad in people.
That's true.
Damn. I mean, that's. I guess
You got me
it's-
pegged.
that's a good way to be though. I mean, that's a very optimistic way to live.
I'm very optimistic.
Fuck yeah.
I
So,
was, when I was in talking to the police, when I was having lunch with the police officers and stuff today, I was talking about the magazine and they were talking about different media stuff. I said, yeah, well, my magazine's just a bunch of fluffy bullshit.
I mean, you know,
It's all positive, fluffy bullshit. I
Hey.
love it.
it's all positive.
That's my favorite.
That's what we're here for. Positivity.
Yep.
So,
AKA fluffy bullshit.
fucking bullshit.
Okay.
The musicians.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's typically one person playing. So it'll be like somebody playing the guitar and singing at the same time. But we do have some duos that I really like, and they're great couples that are just great energy together, and they feed off each other very well. So there's a lot that we can bring, and a lot of variety that we can bring to these different brunches. So that way, it's like you don't get the tailored experience by going to these places. You just get like, oh, it's Nashville. It's like, yeah, it's Nashville, but it's not Nashville. You know what I mean? So, and as a local, I'm happy to bring some Nashville to them.
So, have you been into cooking like your whole life, or?
So my stepdad started teaching me how to cook when I was 13. My grandmother kind of taught me how to cook. Me and my sister cooked when we were like little. But my stepdad told me, he's like, hey, come in here. I'm going to teach you something. He's like, I want you to be able to have some kind of cooking skill set. He's like, I'm not going to be okay with you living off of ramen noodles and mac and cheese. So he started actually teaching me like different stuff, like a couple different kinds of techniques that he did. And from there, it's just, I like cooking. I don't like cooking for money. I like cooking for free. It's because when I feel like when the money's there, I'll do it obviously, but you know, it's the job.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can do the, you know, doing the bacon that gets out to whoever that wants to give it away, I'm like, yeah, let's go with that. Those are the people I'm excited to see. Not just somebody who bought it to be like, yeah, we gave it away. And it's like, that's great. And I appreciate it. And I love the business and it's wonderful. But for me personally, I like to do the ones that I just go out and give out for free. Because that's just what I like to do. But it helps that I'm okay at it. I'm a really good cook. I don't consider myself a chef. I've been informed that I am technically a chef, but I just consider myself a really good cook. So any like the small stuff. So like we do full catering as well, not just the small intimate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like we have the weddings. We do weddings, bat mitzvahs. It doesn't matter. We're here to serve. That's what we're here to do. So we're not just bound to just doing the brunch stuff. We can do the full stuff, and we do some small catering things at different businesses, and I cooked for those, and they turned out great. rave reviews all across the board. So it's like, I'm good at it, but I don't like to do it for money. It's weird because I feel like it's like, then it becomes a job. And I'm like doing this not as a job. You know what I mean? That's why I never went to fucking culinary school. It's like, my mom was like, why do you go to culinary school? I was like, because I don't want to do this as a job. I just like doing this. But now I figured out how I can kind of do it as a job. So, but I do have chefs. I got a couple chefs. There's one fella that I'm really excited working with, and another one. He is a retired chef, but he does freelance stuff on the side. So it's like, so he'll hop in. He can cop him anytime that I need him, and knowing a lot of people in the service industry, not just front of house but back of house, is really helpful for me to find people for that. So it's not just me doing all of that, because I do like a lot of the bartending stuff, because the bartenders are the personality. Like like when we're doing the small events, like we did a birthday. It was hors d'oeuvres and finger foods, charcuterie, stuff like that. But it wasn't like we did these. I did these crab Gruyere rolls. Mm. Yeah, so good. Like dumb. Like that made the list on like appetizers that we're doing for. Yeah, it's so good. And they're like stuff like that. And it was myself, and then I had my friend Sam. He was my server, and then my other buddy Isaac. He was doing the food prep. So like cooked all the stuff beforehand, had him food prep, and then I did the bartending for it. So it's like the bartending's kind of like the charm, because like that's the face of it. So that's typically where my physical role is when it comes to going out and being part of the show. Other than that, it's pretty much just behind the scenes. It's me and a chef. So it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun. Like I don't feel it as work. I hate doing the social media stuff just because I hate social media in general. But like other than that, like going out, networking, doing the events. Like the events are just fun. Like it's just because it's like when you have a really good product and people really enjoy it right there on the spot, it's rewarding. It's fun. Like especially, so we did a pop-up at a hair salon in Green Hills.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was actually our very first pop-up that we ever did. And it was myself, and I did sausage balls, candy bacon, and waffle bites. And in the waffles I put the ground up sausage in it, and then we did bacon in it, all that kind of stuff. So similar to what I did for the Christmas thing. That's kind of like the go-to one that we do for our caterer.
Well, that was popular.
Because it's like those are our most popular things, and that's kind of like why fix it if it ain't broke? Like that's just kind of it. The only thing that I'm gonna do next time is I'm getting my great grandmother's and grandmother's preserves recipe, and I'm gonna make our own preserves.
Aww.
Yeah, so like the waffle bites, you could put preserve, like strawberry, blackberry, blueberry preserves, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So like we're like I'm fortunate enough to where I can bring a lot of delicious things that are very personal to me out to the world. And that's what I'm excited for.
So what is your favorite thing to eat? What's your comfort food?
My comfort meal or comfort food?
Either.
Okay, so my comfort food is powdered donuts and purity chocolate milk. It's the best combo in the world, and I will fight anybody that says otherwise. Purity chocolate milk is it's a godsend. I don't know how else to explain it. I feel like that's what Jesus would drink if he was around. He'd be like, purity's that one. So purity chocolate milk and powdered donuts is like my comfort food. My comfort meal, though, like as far as like if I needed to go eat, go out and get something, it's breakfast food. I love breakfast food because it's like such protein heavy. So it's like eggs, sausage, bacon, ham. Like it's not potatoes, and then waffles or French toast. It's like those are all wonderful things. Like so.
I mean, I do love me some breakfast food.
So like Waffle House, Waffle Home, really, is there. That's like definitely the comfort, like especially like late night comfort. It's them. And if you go in there and she calls you hun or sweet, oh, you know you're gonna have a good time. You know you are. So, we're just trying to bring that Waffle Home love to Music City Brunch. That's what it is. That's really what it is.
My husband and I have actually went on dates and wound up at Waffle House.
It's that's why I say it's a home, not a house.
That's
Because
awesome.
that's where you go. Like how many good family memories do you have at Waffle House?
Family memories or drunk in the middle of the night?
All of those.
Oh, okay.
We can file those in family because I'm sure you did with friends that you would consider family. Huh?
Yeah, and family.
And family. So it's like, yeah, we're all getting hammered and go to Waffle House. Let's go.
Turn on the jukebox really loud. And
Make mine with cheese. Let's go. That was, I would play that on repeat. People hated it when I did that. I put like $5 of quarters in there and play Make Mine with Cheese on repeat. Yeah, it was. At the one about Juliet, the one I told you about earlier. Yeah, that one right there. So,
That's hilarious.
yeah, that was a good spot.
That is really awesome. So, where can people find out more about Music City Brunch and the book?
Of course, social medias, the socials, mostly Instagram. We're in the process of building out the TikTok, and we'll have the TikTok for Moose's Candy Bacon up soon. So that way you can order that, which we've talked about the candy bacon multiple times. And the candy bacon is we have Nashville Sweet Heat right now, and then we're gonna have a couple other ones. One's a hibiscus lime with honey, and the other one is a chili pecans and cajeta. So cajeta is caramel made with goat milk. Yeah. So we're gonna use that with the peppers and have like a good buddy of mine from Mexico. It's like I've talked with him about this stuff, so he's like giving me ideas on like stuff to do for that, because he told me about the cajeta, and you can make it. It's not super difficult. It's just you gotta watch it. Like it's one of those you can't, like when you do it, that's what you gotta do. You can't like really do anything else. You don't want to burn it. It's really easy to burn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like and what I'm super excited about is I'm gonna trade some candy bacon for some of his grandmother's tamales here next week. I'm so excited about that. Yeah.
So when I was doing the charity stuff, I did a delivery to this one family, and when I got there, he had me a bag of tamales, homemade tamales. It was so great.
That's heavenly.
I know. I was
So
like,
good.
Oh, this is the best.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and their kids got one heck of a Christmas, but I was so happy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean they're great, and so the candy bacon, we got our Nashville Sweet Heat. That's going to be coming out. That's what we have out now, and that's what's going to come out in the pouches. That'll be hitting the shelves soon.
And that's the seasoning.
Yeah, so it's my seasoning blend with brown sugar, and mix that all together. Throw it in a bag, and you can have your own candy bacon at home. We'll have the recipe on the back. But there's also going to have another recipe for if you want to turn it into a sauce. So if you want to add water and butter to it, you can throw it in a saucepan, melt it down, and turn it into a sauce, put it on pork chops.
See, I'm all about that.
Pork chops, fried chicken. Let's see.
Because the seasoning is
ribs.
delicious.
Yeah, it's so good. Because I mean, it's just we've got 3 different peppers in the Nashville Sweet Heat. So
No, if it's spicy, I can't do it. But lots of people like spicy.
well, it's not super spicy. That's where we had to, because we had some trial runs and asking people, like, because our very first batch that we did, way too spicy for people. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was he probably would have liked it, because it was very much one of those, like, you eat like 3 or 4 pieces, your mouth's fucked. Like it was like, and I love spicy food, but it was just like, because like this was made from the spice blend that I originally got was from a guy that grows his own peppers, and he roasted them and dehydrated them, ground them up, and then just threw a bunch of stuff together, and it was just crazy. It was really good, but it was one of those like you need a little bit. So we've tinkered with it. We lost the original recipe, so we've had to recreate as best we can. But I like the way I've done it now because of before it only had 2 different peppers. This one now has 3 different peppers. So, but we can make it spicier. So if like people wanted, like you can a couple things. If you wanted to order the bacon, we can make it. We can make it sweeter. We can make it hotter. We can do custom orders. But we're also gonna have with the bags. We're gonna have an option of like regular Nashville sweet heat and then like Nashville sweet heat hot. So that way, for people who do like it really spicy, they've got that option right there. So.
That's really cool. So is there anything else you want us to know about Music City Brunch? Or about Moose?
I feel like y'all have got enough about Moose.
So I hear that you look like Jason Momoa, except
You hear? You just keep telling me that. I feel like I look like the Kmart version of Jason Momoa. Like,
you have to keep that in there.
I'll accept the Jason Momoa part, but I have like Kmart version shit. I'll go with that. So, yeah.
Sorry, I had to put it in there.
No, that's fine. No, I appreciate it. I'm flattered. Thank you. I could be Aquaman 3. I'd do it. That'd be funny.
Seriously, yeah.
We make it turn into a comedy.
Aquaman 3, guys.
Aquaman 3, right here. But only if I can be in Fast and Furious 12. That's what I really want. I wish there was like 500 of those, because it's just to get more and more ridiculous, and I just love how they get more and more ridiculous every time.
You like ridiculous.
I do.
Well, that's why we love you.
The Music City Brunch, we have that. We have full catering, and then we also you could say we broker the individual things. So if you want just a bartender, if you want just a musician, or if you want just a chef, we can work with that as well. Of course, we'll can handle that in specifics.
Or you can do all the things and even get a cake brought in.
And even get a cake brought in. Where should I get a cake brought in from?
Oh, probably Sweet Family Robinson's.
Sweet Family Robinson's. You know what? They really are, because we had some hot cocoa bombs made by them, and they were delightful. So I highly recommend Sweet Family Robinson's.
Okay, so I do have an important question I ask everyone.
Okay.
And what is your charity of choice? What charities do you love? And why?
Man, this is gonna sound jaded, because I don't like a lot of charities, because I've worked with people involved in 501c3s, because I don't feel like a lot of them are actual charities. They're 501c3s that don't do a lot of good for what they claim they do. So for me, and what I do is take the extra food that we have, or make food, and just go hand it out to people.
No.
Just do that. I mean, yes, there are some good ones out there, especially ones that do toy drives at Christmas time. What do they call it? What's the...
Give a Little Christmas.
Give a Little Christmas. That's right. They are, if I had to choose one, they'd be my number one, because I'll support more smaller charities, because a lot of those are more purpose driven versus getting donors, doing all the fundraisers, having good times. And it's just like, it's shitty. So I think people should go out and just help somebody. Just fucking do something. Like, everybody, like, I get it. It's hard times right now. I totally understand it. But that's one thing everybody's got to understand, is we're all in these hard times. So not just the ones that can go home every night. Not ones that can eat all the time. So, really, Mark 10:24, for even the Son of God came not to be served, but to serve. And that's kind of been my mentality of starting this business. It's like, this is a service-based business. Like, I'm here to bring you a good time. So, I understand that's kind of funny to bring a Bible verse into brunch, but it is what it is. So, that's what I feel like I'm called to do. And I think that more people are called to do that. They just don't do it. So, that's why I'm just like, go if there's a local small charity that you can trust, that especially if you got a friend that works there that'll vouch for it, I'm all for that.
Or that runs it.
Or that runs it and does amazing things and brings so much happiness to little kids. So, yes, I'm all for that. But I just feel like if somebody, just take a Saturday morning and go buy a couple extra sandwiches from somewhere and just give it to somebody that's asking for food. Like, that's literally, that's it. Like,
love to have extra. My son did that once. We were driving and he had, we had packed some lunches, and it was when he was, my 17-year-old when he was younger, or my 25-year-old, I don't remember, one of those kids. But he gave him his sandwich out the window because it was just already packed for lunch for the park, and he just gave him his peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, like,
it was sweet.
So I do all kinds of stuff on the side, and like one thing I'll do is Uber, so I'll get like a case of water and throw in there. And like if I don't have a passenger or whatever, I've got no problem giving water. It's water. Yes, here's water. Here's free water. How is that such a shitty thing to do? So it's like, it's not a difficult thing either. Mm-hmm. So it's I'm just trying not to be a shitty person in a shitty person world. That's what I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to accomplish here. So
just trying to be a good person.
That's it. I just want to be a good person. And
I'm trying to be less of a good person. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
a joke.
I mean, there's like
That's
levels, right? Like we gotta have our things though, right? Like there's, I like fucked up jokes. Like this, like fucked up memes. Oh, they're so like dark memes. It's like, oh, this guy needs to be checked.
I have 12-year-old boy humor. Yeah.
So like fart jokes and stuff like that?
No, not fart jokes.
What is a 12-year-old boy's humor besides fart jokes?
Okay, you're gonna edit this out.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
Good answer.
I was watching an auction. This is not clean, but it's not that dirty. It's just so funny because I was watching this paparazzi auction. Paparazzi, the jewelry.
Yeah.
And I was watching this auction, and she kept saying, somebody'd say they wanted some set of jewelry. Oh, so and so wants 11. Well, I had to bid, whether I liked it or not, I had to bid on 69 because I wanted her to say Krys wants 69. And I did.
Yes.
I got the ugliest
Okay, I get
earring
it.
set,
I get it.
But that's 12-year-old boy.
I get it. Okay, that's fair.
It was funny.
That's fair.
I did it because it was funny.
So when my stepdad passed, I got this. It was a wooden cutting board in the shape of a guitar. And then, because my stepdad was a musician, and I got my buddy to do some wood burning on it, and she did a great job, awesome. And I did the years because he passed just before his 69th birthday. So I only did the years, I didn't put the actual dates of his birthday. So that way, if you did the math, it said 69 as a little joke in there. I was like, because I know he'd appreciate that.
Okay, so my dad died in a boating accident. Okay, he died in a boating accident when he was 35. Well, when I'm talking to people and interviewing them and everything's getting somber and nobody's laughing, like talking about death because it's sad. But I'll be like, well, Daddy always said he wanted to die doing one of his 2 favorite F words. And Mom said she was glad I was fishing. Yeah, I say that to literally everybody.
Oh,
I have interviewed big musicians, and I have
wonderful.
said that, and they laugh their butts off. So
yeah,
it just adds
Yeah.
A little light
For
humor.
sure.
And I love that you did that.
Yeah,
You did
yeah.
that. I'm sure that he would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, because he was so excited for that birthday. He was like, "Oh, he's 69." It's like, I'm like, how are you still a child? How are you still a
See, I
child?
was your dad.
Yeah, he was so.
Because
funny.
it's funny.
He's silly. He was so silly. But yeah, he was honestly probably the biggest, and he was the biggest influence of me cooking. Was him. So, because I tried all kinds of different stuff. After that, I do a homemade shepherd's pie.
Oh my gosh, I love shepherd's
From
pie
scratch.
so much.
Yeah, and it's a combination. It's a combination of shepherd's pie and cottage pie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a shepherd's pie in a pie crust, and it's phenomenal. So
Brian makes shepherd's pie. And he makes homemade Alfredo. And pretty much everything.
I want all of this, but I have this stupid fucking carnivore for another week, and I'm hungry again already. Like hungry, not like, oh, I could go for a snack, but like I could eat a meal right now. I'm like, shit, dude. So that's my thing. Is it's like it's crazy. I love cooking great stuff for other people, and then for me, it's like ramen noodles and spam.
Ew,
That's all I
Spam.
fucking love. Oh, what? You don't like spam?
No,
Oh my god,
no,
spam was a staple in our house.
no, we didn't
Yeah.
do that.
Spam and mac and cheese with green peas. That was.
No.
That was one meal at least every night of the week. One night of every week.
No spam. I won't do bologna either. When I was a broke single mom, I still had grilled chicken and vegetables. And
Oh man,
My
fried
cheat
bologna
food.
sandwiches?
No.
Oh my god.
And my,
what?
My go-to poor food was Velveeta shells and cheese with broccoli. And I was poor. I mean, a single mom, I was way broke.
Yeah.
And I mean, my husband's paying for it now. Well, years ago, because he had to pay off all my credit cards from college. But he's still paying for it. He's paying off college loans. So, but no, I've had caviar taste on a bologna budget all my life.
Caviar taste.
I hate caviar.
On
That's a joke.
bologna budget.
Or actually, I like.
No, I'm using that. That's good.
You haven't heard that before?
No, where's that from?
I don't know. My dad used to say it.
Caviar
But
taste
I
on a
changed
bologna
it.
budget.
I changed it to ribeye taste on a ramen budget because
That's
I'd
good.
rather
These
have
are
a ribeye.
t-shirts.
Well,
Wait,
I wrote a
did you-
song. My son's first song is called Ramen or Ribeye. The first song that I wrote. I mean, my son's wedding song. The first song I ever wrote is called Ramen or Ribeye, and it's on Olivia's album, my co-writer's album.
Okay.
But I'm a songwriter, so.
Nice.
But it's great. It's
The name of my second album is Cupcakes and Champagne.
awesome.
I-
You're a musician?
No, I'm not at all. But if I did ever feel squirrely and ever came out with an album, I still don't even know the name for the first album. But the name of the second album is Cupcakes and Champagne.
We should write that song.
And then the third album is Chicken Nuggets and a Cosmo.
And we're totally writing that.
Yeah.
We're totally writing that. I'll get with Olivia when she's not busy, and we're gonna write
Fuck
a song with you.
Yeah. I'm down for that for
It'll be
sure.
great. I'll have to send you the link so you can hear Ramen or Ribeye. But
Well,
it's
okay,
amazing.
so I am an artist though. I'm writing a book.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's sci-fi.
Oh, my son wrote. He's got 2 sci-fis out. He got published at 15.
You know what's crazy? I don't like to read. But I'm writing this. I'm not shitting you. I don't read for shit. I've got like a handful of books that I've read over my lifetime, but like I don't really. I read my buddy's book. I need to get the second book.
You'll need to read Robbie's book. It's an easy read.
All right.
It's about an alien planet invaded by humans.
I can sing. I just
Awesome.
don't.
I can't sing. Nobody wants
I
that.
do karaoke. Oh fuck up
I
some
do.
karaoke.
I like.
You don't do karaoke?
No,
We
I
need to go
totally
out.
do karaoke.
Oh,
We
I'm
need to
just
go out and
terrible.
do some karaoke. Then.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's totally go out and do
No.
Yeah.
I'm terrible, but
I mean,
do
it's
it.
all good.
I still do.
Yeah. Hell
I'm
yeah.
learning guitar,
Oh yeah.
barely.
My stepdad tried to teach me how to do that.
My fingers are short. It's hard.
Yeah, because I have really
You gotta
long fingers.
stretch them out. That's not an excuse.
Well, I've got 2 guitars.
I want to learn how to play guitar.
Where's the
piano.
other one? Because I want to play it.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's in the dining room.
For real?
It's a PRS, yes. And one that hopefully is at Jimmy's house is a Blue Ridge. So
That sounds like
really
like types of dogs.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like.
It's a guitar. It's
okay.
Not a cheap guitar.
Gotcha.
So
It sounds like not a cheap dog.
No.
Like the Blue Ridge.
But I bet you
Long nose.
if I try to sing and play it, it'll sound like a dying dog. No, I'm just kidding.
I've got the long nose Blue Ridge. It's a great hunting dog.
But yeah, it's out. It's in the room. It's really pretty. Okay, anything else we should hit on?
Let's see.
I mean, we kind of got way off there.
It's okay.
Yeah. The problem is both of our
ADHD.
ADHD.
I
just
like
kinda
that. I think
went.
that's our brand.
So
Yeah.
it's like we should go talk about random ass shit.
I like it.
It's like
It's like having a
bullshit.
podcast.
fluffy
you know?
bullshit. You need to do a podcast called Fluffy Bullshit.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes. That'd be so we should do that. A podcast called Fluffy Bullshit.
I'm happy to be a guest.
I would be more than happy to do that.
Let's go. Because then it's like, then we got like then that's like time to just bullshit. Then we can go on some tangents. Go on some silly shit.
It's gotta be all fluffy.
It's got to be fluffy.
Just positive.
Just positive.
Nah, it can be whatever the fuck we want.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you don't have to bleep shit unless you put it on like Spotify.
Yeah.
Unless you put explicit on there. Which I don't think you'd want explicit
I don't
on
want
there
explicit, no.
attached to your name.
No.
Even though even though your podcast is called Fluffy Bullshit.
Yeah. I
I
like it. I like
It's
it.
the only explicit in the whole thing is the title.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I'm down. That'd be great. Because then we could talk about like an octopus. Those things are fucking weird.
They're cute.
They're like they like how did they exist? Like how did they break multiple
sea alien.
physics? Yeah, they're fucking aliens.
Yeah.
I think French bulldogs are aliens. Have you been around them things? They are so weird. I love them. My buddy's a breeder, so I've been around them. But they like snort at each other. That's just so. It's like, what are y'all doing? And they'll eat anything outside. So it's like organic matter, consume organic matter, and it's like, what is wrong with y'all? Stop eating a rock. Like, just stop. It's like, they're aliens for sure. So it's great that when the aliens do come down, I've already got some friends that'll vouch for me. I don't know about y'all. So I'll be good to go on that.
Oh my goodness.
So,
They're cute though.
yeah, they are, for sure. I want one. I want one of those, and I want a Great Dane. I want a Frenchie that's all gray, and I want to name him Squirrel, so it's Moose and Squirrel.
I love that.
And then I want a female.
That's where I came from.
I want a female. I want a black Frenchie, and that's Boris. And then I want a Great Dane, a black Great Dane, and her name's gonna be Natasha.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
it's
not
like,
where you were going.
yeah. So I'm like, that'd
I like
be pretty good, right?
I like it.
So,
Jessica, who does the barns in our gang group, asked me today if I wanted a Great Dane. I said no, but she has one. But she might have been joking, but she said, "You want a Great Dane?" And I said, "No."
how much she's trying to get rid of it for?
I don't know.
Is it a puppy or is it full grown? You know?
I don't know. I can ask her.
Yeah, that's good.
Be like, "Hey, what about that Great Dane?"
Is that Great Dane thing for real? Because I've really been wanting a dog.
Well, she's got a Great Dane, so
Wonder how much she wants for one.
I don't know. She might have been trying to just get rid of it.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't want any more animals. I love the ones we've got. I don't want
Well,
any more.
Great Danes are apparently great apartment dogs because they don't
Right.
require a lot of energy.
Ask her.
But it doesn't really matter. Pretty much everywhere I go, dogs are loud. And plus, I can get the service tag on it. And then that little fucker can go anywhere with me. Can you imagine just me walking around with Great Dane everywhere I go? Oh, man.
I'll ask her here next week.
Yeah, please. I might be interested. Because, I mean, last thing I need is more responsibility, but I really want a dog.
The dogs are great.
Yeah. Plus, it might help ground me a little bit, maybe.
We have 5. No, we have 4 now, but we had 5.
I've never owned a dog just myself. We've always had family pets. So.
I love me some animals.
For sure. But yeah, Music City Brunch we're bringing fun. We're bringing you a party is what we're doing. That's all it is. So, I mean, who doesn't want that?
No, everybody wants a party.
Right? So, I mean, I never thought I'd be doing an interview for a magazine.
It's a great magazine. I'm just kidding.
In a town that I grew up in that I told myself I'd never go back to.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But you don't live here. Why wouldn't you want to live here? It's great.
Yeah, it was interesting growing up here. Because it was a lot smaller than what it is now. So, small town shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not that small anymore.
Plus, I've lived in 4 different states. Texas twice. Lived in Louisiana. And like that, man, Louisiana. You want to talk about food?
I want to go to New Orleans.
See, like that's like when I go places, it's like people are like, oh, what's there to do? It's like, no, what's there to eat? Like I'm trying to eat the local shit. Like so when I go see my father down in Baton Rouge, it's like I want jambalaya, I want gumbo, I want dirty rice, I want
all that stuff.
andouille, boudin, like go get some po' boy. It's like I want all of that. So I just love food in general. I'm a food guy. I hate I'm a foodie. It's like whatever. It's like it's fucking stupid, but whatever.
Are you a foodie?
It's like
no, I like food.
I just like food.
My friend Randy, she says, I didn't get fat from not eating.
Yeah, it's like you don't get this big just looking at it. So it's like,
I feel like I do. No.
I feel you on that, man. It's like you get older and it's just like, how is this even happening? I just looked at the Twinkie on the shelf. I didn't even eat
it. That's my life.
So, yeah.
Plus the Cadbury eggs beside my bed.
Cadbury eggs. I've been craving candy. Sweet tarts. Something fierce lately. Because I get a bad sweet tooth. And it's like, on this carnivore shit, there's nothing. There's what is there? What meat is sweet?
Just me?
Nothing. Other than my candy bacon. Oh, what's up? Oh, let's
That'd
go.
Be great. Hey, do you have a tagline for your business?
Do I have a tagline? One that we're working with is I'm just here to bring the bacon. For the candy bacon. So, that was going to be one of the ones for Music City Brunch, but I think we're going to use that for the candy bacon instead. But as far as that, like, we hadn't really thought of it.
The bacon? That's old commercial.
What we're going to do is, we're going to do basically newer parody versions of Mentos commercials. So, like, how, Dr. Squatch, the soap business? Well, they have like this, they started off guerrilla tactics as far as marketing and all that. Just goofy, off the wall fucking videos. And one thing that I'm pretty good at is saying inappropriate things at the really worst time.
Me too. I love
so, that's kind of what we're going to be playing on with the Moose's Candy Bacon. So, like, the first video the first commercial we're going to do is going to take place at like a funeral, and it's going to pan over a couple people crying, and then I'm just going to be like at the end, and I'm just like, hey, go to hand them some candy bacon, and they're like, ooh, and then it's going to be like, it's going to be like, Moose's Candy Bacon's perfect for any time. It's like, yeah. And it's just like,
hey, in the South, we have food at funerals.
Yes, well, and so that's what my grandmother said. She said that's why there's two things that bring people together. That's death and food, and that's why you bring something to eat to a funeral.
Like, I'll make this big pot of Swedish meatballs, big pan of Swedish meatballs, and take to a funeral. My brother's funeral was full of Dr. Pepper and Reese's cups.
Yeah. So.
Moonshine.
And moonshine.
And moonshine. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. They've got stills now you can have on your counter. Like it's literally the size. Like you could have it sitting on this table right here, and it's like this tall, and like you can like make like a single mason jar at a time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the America I love. Right there. So you can make moonshine on your counter. Moonshine on your counter, candy bacon in your oven. What else you need?
Yeah. That's a commercial.
What? That's a commercial right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
What pairs well with candied bacon? Moonshine.
Moonshine. Man, I need to get with one of them companies and be like, hey, let's do some cross promo shit. So yeah, we want to do a bunch of like. So basically, we want to do parody Mentos commercials. So I want to take like the Mentos jingle and make it into like a bluegrass version, and then that would be like kind of our jingle to it, and then just make inappropriate timing videos and just kind of be like that.
That's awesome.
And that's kind of what we want to do for like the promos and stuff. So.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of trouble for it. My own mother, she's gotten on to me about it. And it's like there's times she's like, please don't, like knowing I'm gonna say something about something, she's like just preemptively just is like, please don't. I know you want to. And I'm just like, it has to come out or it's gonna fester. And it's gonna get lashed out at somebody and it's gonna be even worse. So I gotta say it. I just gotta say it. I'm sorry. It's for everybody's own good. So I can't not be a smart ass. It's not.
It hurts.
It physically
hurts
does
not
hurt
to.
to not say something. And like I had
It's there.
it's because we were yeah, like there was one time my mom said something and I'm sitting next to my buddy and I was like, if I don't, do you see how it's bothering me? And he goes, yeah, like what's the deal? I was like, I gotta say something smart ass right now. I got some jackassery building up and I gotta get it out. So we're gonna be able to do that artistically through commercials for
That's amazing.
Moose Candy Bacon.
I would be sharing that.
Yes. We'll
And
have
I
you
was
in it.
laughing
Do you want to be in?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll put you in it. Because it's just gonna be, because pretty much it's like just different ways of like inappropriate times of me just handing somebody bacon, like in like a delivery room, and like the husband's like standing there like staring, and then I just go like put it around his shoulder, kind of like peek, like just kind of peek in, and he's just like, ooh. Just thought of that one on the spot. Let's go.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
You have to. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
That one's perfect.
Yeah. So that's just
That
Just-
makes me happy.
just
I love it.
inappropriate, goofy shit like that.
That will go viral.
And then we're gonna have our Moose's Candy Bacon mix because we can ship it. So when bacon's out, it's pretty much like a day. So if you just leave it out, it's pretty much like a day, 2 days that you don't. After that, it's pork. So you throw it in the refrigerator, usually just under a week. It's fine in a refrigerator, but then you can freeze it up to 30 days. So we can cook them, freeze them, and then we can ship them in the insulated packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can get it shipped out if somebody wants to get it to fucking Wyoming.
Yeah.
But that's where we get the mix in. So it's like you just order the mix and then you just make it yourself and you got it fresh. Boom.
Yeah, people order frozen foods all the time. There's no reason you can't ship that frozen.
Yeah. So of course it'll just be a little bit extra because we're gonna have to do the 3 to 5 day shipping, and then of course the insulated box costs money. So it's like just that little bit of extra thing, but I think it's gonna be worth it because it's like you get that in, you throw that in the air fryer, throw it in your oven, whatever you want to throw it in. And it comes out swinging.
That's awesome.
So
It's
yeah,
a fun interview.
it's fucking. I mean, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's like, who doesn't like? I mean, you don't, but I was like, who doesn't want to just make a shit ton of money off of bacon?
Wow.
Who doesn't want to build a career and a life and be able to buy land off of bacon?
Yeah.
And then have our own pigs, and then we have our own bacon, and then we have everything from that our own. So then it's like as clean as you could possibly get.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Because nobody likes all the preservatives and crap.
No. And that's another big reason why we're definitely reaching out to farms. So that way we are getting that local
Organic,
freshness. We don't,
awesome.
it's not something that was a pig in fucking Argentina shipped up to somewhere in Asia that should be shipped over here. It's like, we're not trying to do all that. We got some pigs around here. So, that's a big goal of ours, is to really be able to be as sufficient on local farms. So, because that would be.
There's a couple around here.
Yeah, and that's what's great, and that's what's great about breakfast food, because it's not like it's this massive difference of things. It's potatoes. If you want some veggies, you can throw those in there, but it's eggs and pork.
Yeah.
So it's like if you got a whole pig, you're getting sausage, bacon, and ham out of that. So it's like
I love me some ham and sausage.
Country ham or city ham?
City. I don't like salt. I don't.
Oh, that's right. You don't like the salt thing. That's because country ham is way superior than city ham.
No,
but it's okay.
Salty. I like sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar ham. I like honey ham.
I love a honey baked ham.
That's what I love.
Yeah, like Christmas time.
That's
Like I'll do a honey baked ham over turkey.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Any day.
it's okay. Like R.I.P. Dad, but like that was like he made turkeys every year, but so like we had turkey every year, but it was like we always loved the ham. Like the ham's
Honey bacon.
yeah. The turkey sandwiches were fire, but like when you're
So-
eating right there on the spot, it's the
Yeah,
ham.
it's definitely the ham. My son, we have a smoker, and he likes to, he smokes turkey for us.
Nice.
So that- but
Nice.
no, it's definitely the ham for me.
I feel you. So
Turkey makes you sleepy.
yeah, but a good nap after a big plate of turkey and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and green bean casserole and potato salad and deviled eggs,
Deviled eggs.
all that, like
Cranberry sauce.
and then clock out.
All the things.
Clock out. Get your solid power hour in. Get back up. Get your little Sammy. You don't put the food up. You don't ever put
No.
the food away. There's no point in that. When you
Just
just
gonna eat it all day.
you're just gonna graze all day for sure. So I'm definitely a grazer.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't eat a lot at once. But today I ate more than usual.
I'm so hungry right now.
What
I
did
just-
Brian make for dinner?
I don't know.
No, it's all good. I got
Well, he might have some meat in there.
I got some ground turkey at home. I gotta cook up.
Mm.
Yeah, trust me, I'm not excited about it. I'm over that shit.
Yeah.
It's like for me, it's the carnivore thing sucks because it's just one thing, and I don't like redundancy. So it's because I've tried vegan, I've tried vegetarian, pescatarian, all like just to try different stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just I don't like the redundancy of things. So it's like I need what I would do for a potato right now, like just a potato, microwave that motherfucker, and I'll eat it like an apple. Like I'm like, just because I'm tired of eating just one thing, because like you only do so much with chicken. You only do so much with, and steak, so, expensive, and so it's like, and then there's the argument of red meat versus, white meat's better than red meat, so they say better to have fish and poultry than anything else, but that only goes so far.
Gotta have good steak.
Gotta have a good steak, gotta have some pork chops.
Brian makes apple butter pork chops.
That sounds good.
It's so good.
Well, that's why it's good to have this mix, though, is because you can make pork chops. Put the candy bacon mix on the pork chops when you're baking it, and then you'll have all of that infused in it.
That sounds fresh.
Or make it into that sauce and then drizzle it on there after.
That also sounds delicious. I will definitely try that.
I'll get you some.
That way you can. Does it have seeds in it when you make it, like pepper seeds or?
It's finely chopped up. All the seasonings are like a powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So I can
finely
do that.
chopped. It's not It's not coarse at all.
So I'm not gonna find seeds. Well, that's good because I can't have them. So I think we probably hit all the questions plus some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some extra in there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
just a little bit.
See, that's how I like my interviews.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just like the bullshit.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
that's all the interviews for Moses with Moose were. It was like we just sit and talk. Like
Yeah.
like I'm gonna ask you some, like, I have some basic questions, of course, lined up to be like to get things out of you, but it's like you just like you're good at talking to people. You're good at being like leading questions into getting that information to really showcase everything. So that's why you'd be pretty good at the podcast thing. So, and we're tinkering with the idea of doing pre-made meals.
Oh, yeah.
Doing breakfast pre-made meals, so that way you just throw them in the microwave and it's good to go.
So, say a bachelorette party came in. Do you have places you can suggest where they can do the brunch if they want to do a brunch?
So typically we do it at we try to host it at their Airbnb.
Okay.
So that way we can do it. They don't have to go anywhere.
If they
and
have an
whatnot.
Airbnb.
Yeah, but we do have a couple of spots that if they don't have that, like if they're not, say they're at a hotel and they're in multiple rooms, we can set it up to where we have a couple spots and they can come in and do that. So yeah, we do have a couple of spots. They're private homes, so yeah, so that's why.
Like personal touch.
Yeah, more
I
personal.
love it. I
So,
think that's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, and that's that's really what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring Nashville to you, because here's the thing, Nashville's not the same. This is not Nashville anymore. Like I'm fine with it. It's like I'm happy that it's grown. I like that it's getting some notoriety now, and people aren't just shitting on it saying, "Oh, this is a small town." It's like it's gaining a lot of traction. We are being considered a major city now, so it's like that's great and all, but I don't like a lot of the things that have come out of it due to the fact that our government doesn't give a shit about us. But that's a whole other conversation. You could go 15 years ago. You could go down to Broadway and find a local, drink a beer with them, listen to music, shoot the shit, not bump into somebody every half a second. Like it was great. It was wonderful. And
I remember those days.
they're gone. So it's like you can't find a local on Broadway anymore. I actually so when I was a server at Bakersfield Tacos, I was invited out so many times for when I got off at work because they wanted to party with a local. Like somebody that's actually from here. And I'm just like, I appreciate it, but so it's just like, so if we can bring that to you, that's what I want to do.
I started working doing music industry stuff in 2007 because I started with a music magazine.
Okay.
And so that's what I've been in the music industry for that long. And I didn't start songwriting until 10 years ago.
Okay.
But I've written a few hundred songs at this point.
Gotcha.
But
I've always wanted to sit in on a writing session, but they are very shut door because everybody's concerned that if you say something and it's put onto the song,
it's a word and a third.
yeah. So it's like they're like
They're
like good luck, and I'm like I just want to sit there, fucking put duct tape on my mouth. I don't give a shit. I'm just curious about how it works. I was like,
now when Olivia gets done with her school, she's gonna graduate this May. Maybe you can come and join us on a writing session.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Throw out Diz out and be a songwriter.
Yeah. I got some lines I can throw out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're going for vulgar, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're going for
I
whatever
might be able to
comes
think of
out.
something by then.
We're going for whatever comes out. And I do have recordings of writer sessions where
okay.
we've written songs.
Nice.
You can hear the interactions and stuff. It's hilarious.
Gotcha.
It's mostly inappropriate.
Nice.
It's
Mostly inappropriate. Right
yeah,
on.
We do. It's a problem. We wrote a song about her sleeping on her bed that was so dirty.
Oh.
But it was the bed. It was about the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the I've got your number. And
Gotcha.
it was just literally about the bed, but there was so much innuendo.
Yeah.
And one of the things I didn't sing in it, but in the demo she said that she had me pop in that the question was, oh, but can it do 69?
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Because
good.
talking about the numbers on your sleep number bed.
Yeah.
It was just inappropriately funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll eat some mushrooms for that. Get the creative juices really flowing. That's how I came up with that book. I am interested in the book.
Knowing more about the book.
We were driving out to the West Coast, and I had eaten some mushrooms, and I was sitting in the passenger seat because I had just finished driving. So I was like, I gotta eat some mushrooms. I got to do some writing anyways for my old show, and that was the best way to get it going. I shit you not, I ate some extras, not thinking how strong they were, and 4 hours later, I had a whole story written, and it was like details to it. Like the characters had details. Like I wasn't like it was like this manic writing fest. And I had like 5 pages of a story and character breakdown.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's alternate universe, sci-fi, not multiverse thing. Fuck that. We're doing this is just another universe. But it's a time travel. A army vet is picked up for a contracting gig working for a private company. And it come to find out that they have to put a team together for what they believe is an impending alien invasion. So he's going through in time. He's traveling through time to pick up historical figures throughout history. Genghis Khan's the first one they go to.
Bill and Ted.
Yes. So no. It's it's what was it? It's like Bill and Ted with what was it? I can't remember. Me and my buddy sat down. It was like 4 different movies, is what it like comes out to be. So, but yeah. So Genghis Khan, Lancelot, so Zorro, Anansi, which is he's a god trickster. Then General Velasca. You remember Xena Warrior Princess?
Yes.
You remember the Amazonians?
Mm-hmm.
So the general, like there was the queen, and then there's the general. That's General Velasca. She was like the second in command to their tribe. So it's like they're going in history to pick up these historical that are just in our universe are fake. They're all just made up stories.
Yeah.
Like Zorro's a fake story.
Yeah.
So
no, he wasn't real. What?
That is classified, so we need to talk about something else. So, but yeah, so they go through time, get these characters, and they go fight off these there's certain points to where that they have to go fight smaller fights against these aliens that haven't quite made their presence known, and then they do make their presence known, everybody's freaking out, and then they have to go do their thing. I've got a full storyline to make 3 books out of this.
That's really cool.
So I've gotten about 60-something pages already on this first book. So it's just sitting down and doing it.
Oh.
Is the problem. Like I've got the whole story. Like I know how it ends. It's just sitting down and typing it out. It's the issue. But that's the goal for this year, is to finish that book. Because I've got a buddy of mine that said that he'll edit it for me, and then I've got another buddy of mine that said he can get it to a publisher. So he said he said what I should do is just do like the first act, and then get that to a publisher,
Yes,
and then have them pay me to finish the book.
That is what you should do.
So
Robbie's got a publisher. He uses he's a small publisher, but yeah, you need to try to get a bigger one. But he's got the 2 books. He's writing a 3rd. That's the guy that came out earlier.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
Robbie. He's So I guess it's been a decade since he had his first book out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy told me that I need to turn it into a screenplay too,
Yeah.
so that way I can try and
That's
get
a
a
great
song as
idea
a movie.
because Robbie really needs to turn his into a screenplay. But I love it.
Can I order it on Amazon or
Yeah.
y'all got some copies here?
We have copies. I have to find them.
Let me get one.
I'll
trade you some Moses Candy Bacon Mix for
Yeah, I'll get you
copy
some
of the book.
copies. I've got to see if they're in. They might be in the office.
It's a hell of a trade, right?
Maybe Robbie knows where some are. I know some are in that building, but I'm not going in the building tonight. I can't get to anything in the building. It's nuts. My house is full of things. Most of it's not mine. Or it's crafts. Craft supplies.
I was gonna say there's
Craft supplies.
a good designated area.
Oh no, most of my house is craft supplies. I've got craft supplies in pretty much everywhere.
Everywhere.
It is true.
We need to make some T-shirts.
Yeah, we can totally make t-shirts.
We need to make some T-shirts like the
Lindsay knows
I
how
made
to
like
this.
Yeah, Lindsay made that.
the cat with the caviar taste with bologna budget.
The caviar, yeah.
Caviar taste on a bologna budget.
Caviar taste on
And
a
what was the other one you said after that?
Ramen or ribeye taste on a ramen budget.
Yeah, we need that one too.
Ooh, you want to hear the song?
Yeah, we need to make some T-shirts. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah,
Because Acme feeds me downtown buys shit like that.
Let's do it. Let's make some.